Hey there, are you interested in selling luxury real estate, or are you scared to do it, or you're thinking you're not qualified enough, but man, you wish you could because the numbers are so much better? Well, I got some interesting information for you if you're ready for it. My name's Kathy Byrnes. I am a waterfront luxury specialist, and I'm with EXP Realty. If you are interested in learning more, subscribe below. Let's talk. Okay, so here's the deal with me. I am a waterfront specialist who became a luxury specialist as well. Now, when I started out in the business, dead broke, didn't know anybody, well, one person, my daughter, in the whole state. I was starting over in life at just about to turn 56, and I had to figure out my path of how I was going to do this. I had done financial planning for 23 years, but really had not done it for probably the last 15. Really slacked off on that because I was living an easy life. Hey, that's my business. I'll share that later. Anyway, bottom line is I was starting over and it was difficult. And now the market was climbing in 2006. That's the year I got in. I figured that since I was from Michigan, I analyzed my area. I am in the Lake Norman area of North Carolina, just north of Charlotte. That's where my daughter lived. She took me in, and I said, boy, I think I like these waterfront properties, because what I was watching was the market was nuts in 2006. The price points were just jumping like crazy on these waterfront homes. Now, we didn't have the technology for me to do my research like I normally would have liked to, so I had to manually research what was going on with the market then. By manual, I mean going into the tax records, writing addresses down, things like that. Because what I wanted to do was create a spreadsheet and start tracking, actually through the MLS, tracking how quickly they were selling, what the price points were. And I wasn't looking at the million plus. I was looking at what I thought would be the second home purchase for a lot of people, because it was so easy to get a mortgage at that time. So I was focused in on that, and I decided, well, I better learn the water, which I did. And I became skilled at the waterfront properties, and I became skilled at how to find those buyers, how to find those sellers, and how to work that business. And that was my 100% focus. And I didn't really consider myself a luxury agent at that point because these were all cottages. They weren't any really luxury properties. Now, where I came from when I lived in Michigan, it was luxury. So I was used to a luxury lifestyle. I was used to luxury living. I recognized it, but I saw there was great competition for the million plus properties in our area, which was, it's called The Point here in Morrisville. And that would have been the territory that I would have worked, but there were so many agents in there. And honestly, I didn't want to compete with them. And they weren't looking at the $400 to $900 price point, which was the second home price point for all these people. And a lot of them just from Charlotte would buy up on the lake, especially if they could get a cottage for $400,000. They thought they were, living the dream. And so that was my focus. And then years later, as I evolved selling those properties, the prices were raising, and I started selling higher and higher price points, and started doing luxury properties. But I didn't think of a luxury certification. I honestly didn't even look into it, didn't know anything about it. I just stayed the course, right? Well, when I came over to EXP, they didn't have a luxury program either. And I noticed that there were definitely very niche luxury agents in my area. And I didn't feel on a par with them, even though I could have sold their properties. I didn't feel my background was in the real estate industry was strong enough to try and compete with them at this point anyway. So I really didn't try. I just had a lot of repeat clients and referrals that would give me business, and that's kind of how my business has been running for years. And then I think it was 2 years ago, EXP had decided there were a lot of luxury agents that came over to EXP, and there was no luxury program. And they're like, you know what, this isn't cool. We need a luxury program. And so they developed one. And today I was on a 3-hour Zoom that was all about an accreditation for getting that luxury certificate and being part of the luxury group. Now, last August, I joined the luxury division with EXP because I've had multiple very high-end properties, and I qualified just because I had done the properties. So I joined that. It's a separate thing at EXP. But what's cool about it is you get all these discounts for how you can market your luxury properties. And honestly, when you're in competition, you're going to blow away all these other luxury firms that are so-called luxury firms. Well, not so-called. They are luxury firms. But I can blow them away with the marketing abilities that I've got that they do not have. And that's a big deal. And so before the class started today, I reached out to all kinds of agents because this was open to agents whether they were with EXP or not. They could see our program and everything, but the certification was going to be important. Well, it wasn't really a certification for outside of EXP, it was for inside of EXP. But the accreditation was important just because they were going to learn the nuances, the niche, the style, the branding, the importances of how a luxury buyer, and a luxury buyer that I'm thinking of is probably over 2 or 3 million nowadays. And because they want those special appliances, they want the privacy, they want all the high-end pieces. You know, maybe it's a wine room, maybe it's tennis courts, maybe it's on a golf course, maybe it's big water on Waterfront. Do you know what I mean? They want all the stuff. And what the course was about today was really getting into all of that. And a lot of the agents that I had invited, I had a couple from Portugal. They already do luxury. They wanted the certification just so that because they're potentially coming over to EXP and they wanted to be able to get into that program that EXP's got. And so I really applauded them for even before they came over to just get it. They do luxury all day long. Their average price point is $1.5 million. We're at this particular firm. And so they were already doing luxury. But you know, luxury is different in different areas and different price points. And that's also what they broke down in this class. So I guess the point of this video for you is to kind of talk about, don't dismiss luxury. First of all, luxury is taken off like crazy across the country, actually globally. And this is a piece of the market that you may want to participate in. If you're new to the industry, you know, just because you're new doesn't mean you can't focus in right away. There were agents on there that their first deal, they said, I'm going to be luxury. That's all there is to it. I'm going to learn this luxury. I'm going to target luxury, and I'm going to do it. Her first sale was $1.3 million. And she was young. I freaking love the mindset. Don't tell me I can't do it. Have that mindset, right? So don't be afraid of luxury. I think it's a good thing, you know. Besides, the commissions are much better. Me, I'm also very focused on outgoing referrals for luxury globally. So I have these friends in Portugal. They have incredible listings out there. That's something to consider. And if you have anybody that you know that is looking to purchase in Portugal, reach out to me because I can connect you with that source. I've got them in France and Italy, 22 countries. So there are lots of opportunities. That's one of the benefits of being with EXP. Lots of opportunities to do global transactions. Me, I love an outgoing luxury referral because I can vet that agent beautifully for my client, and I can get a substantial referral because the price point's higher. I'm just telling you, pay attention to your net, people. Your net is important. Don't be afraid of luxury. That's my point. So if you like these kind of videos and you'd like to know more about luxury, reach out to me. Let's book a strategy call. Or if you're interested in just talking business and saying, Kathy, I might like to partner with you. You've got a lot of great ideas. I do. Then book a strategy call with me and let's talk. Otherwise, you know, subscribe below. Check it all out. I got lots of good videos here and also over at Tech Savvy Realty Solutions where I teach you all about tech. So that's it for today. Thanks, everybody.